Oh, that's fun. Just so you know, there is a red light on the front. Of course, it's always good to give your guests a heads up. Hey, we're going to hit record here in just a little bit, check audio, sound, a couple of softball questions for you, just to how's your day going? Very good. And then it's nice to provide that reassurance at the same time of giving the heads up. We'll talk about this, we'll talk about that, and have that discussion ahead of time. People get nervous around cameras. And with a red light going on, it'll probably throw some people off. I almost guarantee it. Do you think?
So I'm just gonna kind of ask you a few questions about your experiences being an intern here at Columbia City. This is for an internship video for the school, kind of to show off our internship program and know what people think about it, trying to inform the public a little more on it, or if maybe kids who want to do it in the future. So I guess we start off by asking some of your experiences. What were some of your experiences being an intern?
Well, this is my second semester of being an intern. First was in the Nest, and that was pretty fun. Until it kind of didn't work out anymore, as he knows. Yeah. And this semester is pretty fun. I have another girl in my internship because it can tend to be very busy. So we kind of tag team what we're doing. I think it's been fun.
Alright, if if someone were to ask you like a freshman or a sophomore or something, if being an intern was worth it or should they continue to stay in one of their classes, what would you suggest?
It depends on what class they're trying to get out of. If they need that class, you stay in that class. Sometimes if you just have a free period or you don't know what you want to do, you can just easily become an intern. You still get half a credit. You still get a credit or half a credit or whatever, and you still have time to do homework during it, depending on your intern. But you can also interact with teachers, learn about different stuff, and it will still go very well.
Alright, I know students like to kind of try to base their internships off of what they want to do. So if a student maybe he or she doesn't have a specific set goal on what they want to do after high school, but they still want to try an internship out, do you think that would be a good decision for them to make?
Yeah, it would.
So I'm going to pause you right there. So, line of questioning. You said, would internships be a good idea? Her answer was, yeah. The idea you're asking the question, but you don't have a microphone on. You're not on camera. She's the one that's had an internship. She's the source of credibility here, the reason why we're interviewing her. They won't hear your question, so they'll just see her say, yeah, with no context, no question asked before. That's kind of where I'm getting at. So, in interviewing, you've gotten great content so far from what we've filmed. You may ask the interviewee to restate the question or re-encapsulate what they're thinking about. This way, the viewer, when they just see her on camera, will have. And it's kind of an art to interview someone and get them to ask. Sometimes it's just easier. Could you restate this question and complete your thought with it? This way, however you edit, even if you're asking people similar questions and they're kind of all answering, you can pick whoever you want to set up or repeat the question for you to kick off that question segment. All right. So as of this point in the interview, it's kind of a pre-interview turned into interview sort of thing. It's good to check your camera shot, make sure nothing's been bumped. And we did not check the audio levels when we first started here. So, we want to make sure that when she speaks, that the camera hears her. So, I realized we didn't do this, so if you would stand just a moment so I don't run you over. This light is awkward. So, this button here, display mode check. So Sarah speaks.
Okay.
Okay, so now we have across the bottom here a microphone coming in on channel 2. Channel 2 is input INT. What is INT as compared to input 2?
I have no idea.
Okay, so I'm going to say, could you tap your microphone? So if she's tapping her microphone, keep tapping. We're not getting any noise with her tapping her microphone. So since we have channel 2, bottom here, set to internal, and with her tapping her microphone, we're not actually getting any levels. We're not getting her voice when she's talking. So we just interviewed her and didn't get anything. We might have got something off of the camera. I'm assuming INT, the setting here, is in. So I just flipped channel 2 to input 2. This is input 2. We're plugged in still. Goes to there. So now when you tap, this is very, so now when you just speak,
Yeah.
so when I'm speaking, it's super quiet in comparison. But when she speaks, test 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
All right, so you'll actually see it jump around. So just one setting, we'll actually leave it like that. What you can do is you want healthy levels, probably you see the tick halfway through, that you can adjust here to, so if we wanted her super, like, see what she's a shouter, we may actually take this dial and turn it down. It's really awkward. If she's super quiet, and you're not a loud person by any stretch of the imagination, but you're kind of soft spoken, and that's all right. And that's all right. We would literally turn up that dial a little bit. Channel 1 we have on input 1. Let's flip channel 1 input 2. Now when you speak, test 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, so I just flipped channel 1 to also pick up input 2. This way she's on both channels, nice loud healthy signal. If we had two people that were talking, like you were on camera with her interviewing her, or you're interviewing two interns or two bosses at the same time, you could have one person hooked up to one microphone and one person hooked up to another. This way you could say if one's super loud, you could adjust them being super loud, or one is super quiet, you can adjust for that as well. So just FYI, that's how this little section works. But right now they're both set up to run off of just one setting there. And sometimes you get lucky. Sometimes you have a handheld microphone and you can have that, and the handheld microphones are way louder than lavalier microphones. Or you'll have a powered mic and those are even louder yet. Signal-wise, when you're talking to them, they're designed to amplify. All right, so we completely missed the interview there. Oh, crap. Are we running out of time?
I would assume so.
We are kind of running out of time. Okay, so we've been recording.
We have about 3 minutes.
Okay, so do we try and get an interview doing this, or do we set something else up to make this happen? Just a couple of things. Oh, you're recording.